Hi everyone, my name is Bea. I'm a master's candidate at National University, and today I'm going to be talking about applying learning groups to Common Core Standard. So the Common Core Standard that I'm going to be talking about today is Math Content 6.EE.A.3. And this is apply the properties of operations to generate equivalent expressions. So for example, apply the distributive property to the expression 3 parentheses 2 plus x to produce the equivalent expression. So based on this content standard, the instructional groupings that I think would be best to use would be ability grouping. I would start off with homogeneous grouping, where we have students that have a higher level of understanding and achievement grouped with students that might be struggling with the concept. And then I would move to homogeneous grouping, which would be students are grouped by being on the same level of understanding. So why did I choose these? So these instructional groupings allow multiple things to happen. I am taking this from Beatrice Ward's 1987 article, Instructional Grouping in the Classroom. Beatrice Ward says, both high and low ability students do better academically in classes where the total group includes students with a wide range of academic ability. So when I'm grouping them in heterogeneous groups where they have a diversity in abilities, it allows the higher achieving students to model, to teach, and it also gives an opportunity for collaboration. And then later on, going to homogeneous grouping, where I have the students on the same level of understanding. This allows me to meet with struggling students in one group and provide scaffolded instructional strategies, so I can break it down into easier parts, go over it again to help facilitate understanding. By doing homogeneous groups, students on the same level are able to work together, and this is great for like halfway through the lesson, because at that point early finishers can move on to more challenging tasks while I meet with other groups to go through like reteaching strategies. So why is this important? So again, some students finish tasks more quickly than others. I call them early finishers. And some students prefer to take more time and need a little additional instruction or reteaching of a concept. In the video by Larry Ferrazzalo and Katie Hull-Sineski, they discuss various strategies that help with scaffolding. And so they talk about, for early finishers, one of the things that we can have them do is first of all, they can also do like more challenging problems, but another thing that I think is really cool is having them use their technology to research more information about that topic. Or they can also relate it to something else and then share it in the group discussion at the close of the lesson. For struggling groups, I can also reduce the number of problems that they need to complete. So to connect this to my personal experience, one of the things that for Lazo and Sineski, one of the things that they talked about was considering when helping students overcome the hurdle of starting the work. It can be really helpful as teachers, and also peer to peer can provide this support as well. But um, when we some of the things I'll do is I'll do a problem for a student, and sometimes that helps them get going and get some momentum on their learning, and sometimes that's all they need to make some progress. So I have found that to be very successful. Like, I'll come around the classroom, and if I see a student who's having a hard time, I'll sit down with them and I'll take their pencil and write for them sometimes if that's what it takes. And it has worked. It has been a successful strategy for me. So, um, yeah, thank you for listening, and I'll see you next time.